Guess what? We made it to Costa Rica. I have home as a little shorts that you can watch about how we got here and what we've been doing, but we finally got here after so many years of planning, of making things work, of putting systems together for our business, and we're here. And I thought as our very first video here, I would take you on a tour of our rented house. So come along with me and I'll show you around.
I'm Christy, and that's my husband Danny. We worked hard to make our dreams come true, and guess what? We did it. We sold our house, packed our bags, and moved our family to Costa Rica. We're searching for a different culture and overall more wholesome and nature-based life for our kids. They're already enrolled in an experience-based learning school while we work from, well, anywhere. We found an amazing community here and decided to buy land. Join us on our adventures, settling in, eating amazing food, taking in the beauty here, and what it's like to build a life in a foreign country. Welcome to our rented home in Costa Rica. At the time of filming this tour, it's March, and we are in dry season here in CR. This home doesn't have a sprinkler system set up, so all the grass and plants outside are definitely starting to look crispy. This nice long driveway is very luxurious, and it gives a nice amount of space away from the front gate. This is the front door of the house, yet I don't think that in the 2 months that we've lived here that we've ever actually used the front door, aside from the day that we moved in. Instead, we opt to park the car under the covered area, and we always end up going in through the back of the house, which I think makes it a little bit more pleasant of an entrance. Pausing here to see if we can see any of our resident bats of the house. I believe there are 5 in total, but there are almost always 2 or 3 sleeping under the carport, and today there are 2 little guys under there. No worries though, they're harmless and have made it that we have never had any mosquito bites, which is amazing. So coming around the bend, you see the beautiful backyard and outside terrace area. I can only imagine how much more lush this backyard must look in the wet season though. But even in the dry season, there are many trees and shrubs that are thriving, and we still get lots of monkeys passing through on the back trees, which is always so much fun to see and hear. This is from one of our first weeks here, seeing a family of capuchin monkeys for the first time. I've seen my fair share of homes built on a slope here, and I have to say that this staircase is pretty luxurious compared to dirt and gravel paths. I think that it would be so beautiful to line these stairs with medicinal herbs and make the garden a little bit more edible, but that's something to think about in the wet season, or else we'd need to manually water everything, and even then, not sure that the heat of the sun right now during the dry season would even allow for young plants to do well and thrive. The pool deck is so nice. It's very spacious and a great place to hang out and see birds and monkeys by the poolside. There's still quite a bit more land to this home that slopes down that we haven't really ventured into, but there's a gate at the bottom that leads to a small creek. We gotta make time to get down there and go through the gate and just kind of adventure around that creek and see what's happening. And here's a little view of the home from the back. She's so beautiful, right? Well, let me show you guys around the bend here. There's a very convenient outdoor shower, which I honestly didn't even see the first week that we were here because it's so well hidden and camouflaged. And then down a few more steps, there's a bar area of the tiki hut, or as they say here in Costa Rica, mini rancho. At the moment, we're storing the pool cleaning equipment here, but it's also really great for parties and gatherings to keep beverages handy. Here I spotted some leaf cutter ants hard at work. Can you spot them? They're pretty fascinating little insects to observe. They're constantly working, and they can carry leaves and flowers much bigger than they are. You see a lot of leaf cutter ants here all over Costa Rica. Here's a better view of the rest of the backyard area. I'm told that this backyard gets very green and all the grass comes right back to life when the rain starts up again. Luckily, this big mango tree thrives in these seasons of dryness and then soaks up all the rain that it can when it comes, so it's doing quite well. Okay, so back up the stairs we go so I can show you the outdoor kitchen area. This is another area where the bats like to sleep, so I always proceed with caution so that they don't all of a sudden fly out and startle me. It's happened to all of us at some point, so we're careful. This is a super nice setup that they have, but that we haven't actually taken advantage of yet, but hopefully we can host a barbecue or a get-together here soon to put this space to work. All right, so now on to the inside. These glass doors all open up accordion style, and the screen doors all nest one on top of the other toward one side. So it's possible to open all of these wide open and really bring the indoors out. So this first little feature is so neat. It's one of the ways that the house releases heat, as this house is not cooled down with central AC. This fountain receives fresh water when the rainy season comes, as the screens up on top allow the water to come in, and then the pump allows us to filter the water through the fountain feature. And right next to it is our laundry room. I brought this over-the-door shoe hanger back from the States, as I thought it would be a good way to organize shoes and, most importantly, keep shoes off the floor and reduce the chance that one of them might become a home to a little bug or an insect, specifically scorpions. When doing our research here, I read so many stories of people slipping on their shoes and being bitten by a scorpion, and we always shake out our shoes out just because and just in case, before we slip them on, of course, and have never seen one in our shoes, and I like to think that this shoe organizer is helping with that. And here's the living space. We use the area to watch some movies with the kids on family movie nights, and the table doubles as our dining area as well as our work area space during the day. It's a nice big space that can be configured in a lot of different ways, but this seems to be the one that has worked the best for us up to now. And now onto the kitchen area. The countertop is quite high and has this beautiful live edge wood as a beautiful feature. It's a pretty complete kitchen, but I do miss having all 4 burners of the stovetop. This one only has 2 burners, and I also miss an oven. There's space for it, but the home didn't come with the oven itself. So this is the actual front door foyer. There's a nice little rack here we use for our pool and beach towels and market bags, etc. And also a full bathroom right here as well. Now up we go. The first 2 steps up are also made of the live edge wood, which ties the downstairs space in with the kitchen area. Once upstairs, you'll see that we made this den-like area into a bedroom for our daughter with these tension rods and curtains to give her a little bit of privacy. It's a pretty bright room without the curtains, but she loves the view outside when she opens them. The bookcase is really nice to store the kids' books and some toys and things. And although her view is of the front gate of the house, it's also a really great place to birdwatch. This little bar area has become the boys' closet area. Pretty handy, as I'm able to keep them organized here without having to live out of a luggage. The boys' room has a great bunk bed they share. They are constantly changing up who gets to sleep on the bottom or the top, and sometimes they sleep together on the bottom, especially on the hot nights. They have their own balcony, which is super nice, but not sure it's something they appreciate. And they also have their own bathroom, but being 7 and 5, they're mostly in our master bathroom. And now on to the master bedroom. This room has a stunning vista, especially when all the curtains are open. The big window and the balcony lets in lots of light and a nice breeze through the screen doors of the balcony. During the day, we do like to keep the curtains on this side closed because the sun comes in a little too strong and it's easier to keep the room cooler by blocking the morning and early afternoon light out. But coming out on this balcony in the early morning to stretch and to have some quiet, prayerful, or meditation-filled mornings is absolutely incredible. Mornings here are nice and crisp and, dare I say it, slightly cool even for the dry season. That might be a little optimistic, but hey, I'm holding on to that. It has a great view of the property and is another amazing place to spot monkeys crossing by. There are hooks here to hang up a hammock, which I do love to retreat to from time to time. Then we're off to the master bathroom and closet. This closet is so big. We're right now using it to store all of our things and the clothing for 3 of us. And then, we have the boys' clothes in that little hall area I showed before. But it's super comfortable with all of the space. The bathroom didn't come with these curtains when we first arrived. However, a great deal of sun pours in through the window and it heats up the space really quickly. So we had to do something about that in order to make this area really pleasant to actually get ready in the morning. And in truth, this is the bathroom that all 5 of us end up using because it's so nice and big. It's very beautiful and aesthetically pleasing, and well, it's also convenient to have everything you need in just one bathroom when you have little ones. It originally didn't come with a small bathroom curtain either. However, since it's open to the balcony, we wanted to add a little bit more privacy. But the curtain is super easy to take off in case we change our minds about having that open feel of bringing, nature closer to the shower, which happens to be a really big thing here in Costa Rica. All right, so that's our rented home. I thought it would be fun to show some of the quirks we found about the construction here. So here we go. Number 1. I just said this one, but if you like having privacy in the bathroom, then best not to have kids have access to the balcony when you're using it. Hence the not so pretty shower curtain installation for a quick fix to the issue. Number 2, also mentioned that the installation of these curtains was done by us too, but did you know that in small towns here, the only type of curtain rods that they have are these steel rods that they cut to size? Number 3, the next one took us by surprise when we first saw it. Seems like the people in charge of these last finishings of the construction of this house were okay with bringing the outside in, as they didn't seal the sliding glass doors properly, so they left this pretty big gap all along these doors and the concrete wall opening. Number 4, these great big beautiful windows would probably not pass inspection in the US. They're very thin and thus they bend really easily. They also have left an open gap between the 2 pieces of glass. We've had very serious talks with the kids about not playing in this room so that they don't accidentally fall against the window and have a serious accident. Number 5, in order for this home to work for us, we had to use this space as a bedroom, like I had said before. But in order for our daughter to be able to sleep here, we had to install 2 sets of curtains. Number 6, remember, we're looking at this home through the lens of parents with young children. This wouldn't be a quirk if it weren't for 2 rambunctious boys that like to race down the stairs and push each other out of the way. Hence, categorizing the disappearing railing for the bottom part of the stairs that opens up to the rocky bottom below as a quirk. In order to try and remind them of this, we put these boxes from the fans that we purchased in the rocky bottom part of below to make an ugly reminder that there's no railing here. Number 7. Most homes in Costa Rica are built to have some sort of air ventilation and heat escape because they're not built with central AC. This fountain area is one of those heat escapes, like I mentioned before. But it is also where the family of iguanas likes to hang out here and occasionally pee on top of. And then that pee filters through the screen and into this lovely fountain. Number 8, last but not least, there are holes in the laundry room and in some other areas where the outside comes inside, which is just another way to say that the home is not very well sealed to the outside world of small critters. Gotta take the good with the not so good here and say pura vida.
Thanks so much for joining me today on this house tour. I hope you loved it. And I do want to say I have so many things lined up now that we're here that I think will be really beneficial, like how to set up your phone so you have a Costa Rica line and a US line or Canadian or any other international line, so you can have two at the same time. And then also how to pack, what not to pack, because that's a very important topic. And also have lined up like how to send just one pallet versus an entire shipping container, which is also, something that you might want to do if you're going to be bringing like a lot of heavy things like books and appliances and that sort of thing. So stick around, hit the subscribe button. We have a lot of really good content coming your way. All right, well, we'll see you next time. Bye.